Maria, and we are in full swing of fall with these super colorful DIY crepe paper leaf branches. These are really pretty, Maria, and make quite an impact.
They really do. I mean, it's something that such a plain material as crepe paper can make something so spectacular. That's why I love DIYs so much. And crepe paper is a really cool craft to have sort of in your repertoire because it's seasonal. You can do things all throughout the year. So for instance, I've done flowers before, and now we are doing leaves because it is fall. And what's so cool about this is that this material will encompass that sort of like delicate leaf that we're now making into so many things. Look at this centerpiece.
It's so pretty.
You could do this for so many different things with all of the upcoming fall holidays, and these leaves are just so beautiful.
I know, and it's so versatile because again, we were talking before, crepe paper is something you could use to do crafts with your kids, but also something that you can make and make it look so elevated.
Yeah, something so little makes such a big impact.
Okay, so we start with a template.
Yes? So we have our little leaf template in front of you, and this is going to be available on hallmarkchannel.com. If you don't want to go hunting around for a leaf template, we have one for you. And so what I'm going to do first, so that we have a couple different options on how to make the leaves. We have our crepe paper. So like we said, it comes in these big sheets like this, but something important is that you see that there's like a grain on here. You want the grain to be going up and down, not left to right. So up and down, and then fold it in half, and grab your leaf and fold that in half, and what you're going to do is line up the edges together. And if you want, you could actually trace this, or you could just start freehand cutting it. That's what I did, and then I just went in and made any kind of adjustments that I needed. So you just do this.
That's easy enough.
And Deb, I'm gonna pass this off to you to finish yours, because I'm gonna show you another way to make leaves. So I'm gonna switch over to this guy here. And when I was doing this, and if I wanted to create a whole bunch, I was like, what can I do to make this whole process easier? And I love these punches that punch out the shape.
Oh, me too.
They're tricky. They are tricky. I know, Debbie, you love these.
I love a whole punch.
They are tricky when it comes to having something as delicate as a crepe paper, though. So what I do is I take the crepe paper, and then I take a regular piece of paper and sandwich it together.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and so then what you do, you got to put a little elbow grease into it, but pop it in. All right, and then you just do, and it'll come out. You can see right here, and I'll move this aside.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
And you can see, you will have these extra little papers, but I gave them to my son to take to his little pod, and the kids at his little pod just did little crafts with them, wrote what they were grateful for, things like that. So utilize your extras, and now we have a beautiful leaf right here that is easy to make into our branches.
Okay, now we are going to make them into these beautiful branches, but I've noticed on your leaves here, they're not just the crepe paper. It looks like you've almost ombre'd them.
So what's cool about this, just to add a little bit more of a color, I have this stamp that you have in front of you, Deb. I gave you the red. And so what's cool about this is a scrapbooking ink. And so what you want to do is take your little brush. These almost look like little makeup brushes,
I know, I was going to say that.
And then you can just do your little design on here, and you could do a little bit or a lot. And you don't want to do too much in terms of like a heaviness in one spot, because you don't want it to wither away the crepe paper, but just even like a little kiss of it, making sure you do both sides.
But it also makes it look so much more authentic, because it gives it dimension,
absolutely does. And so once you're done with that, I take my scissors and I cut a little slit into it, not all the way up, maybe about leaving a little bit left at the top, like an inch at the top. And then I take my floral wire. And so my floral wire is going to be how I add it onto the overall branch. And take your hot glue gun. So you could use a low temp if you wanted for this, but you want to use something with a finer tip. And what you do is you add your hot glue onto there, and then you add your wire on, and that is what's going to create the sort of stem. And then you fold it over to sandwich it. And so you can kind of see right there, working on a covered surface, because there's always a chance you get hot glue on your table.
That's a good idea.
So you can see this is where my leaf is here now, and you want to make sure it looks good on both sides. So if there's any extra glue, you take it off. And then I trim this down a little bit shorter. So now we want to add it onto our bigger branch. So I got our branches started. So this is a floral stem. So you can see it's a little bit thicker than a regular wire, and it's covered. So that's our base for our branch. And I got a little leaf started here. I started wrapping it with some brown floral tape. And what's cool about this, the tape, is it's not really sticky. It's just something that, like, it has a little bit of like, a tackiness to it, but it's not gonna stick like regular tape.
This
and then
is
what you
so
do
cute.
is you place it on here like this, and then you just start wrapping it. So you can see I got the one started here the same exact way, and you can make it a branch by adding as many or as little as you like.
This is super cute, Maria, and so simple to do. We're actually making this in real time, as you can see.
It's very therapeutic.
It's very therapeutic. I love that it's all floral wire and floral branches. Now, the difference between the floral wire and the floral branches is just the thickness. Correct?
Absolutely, yes, exactly. So using the floral wire, it's about a 24 gauge wire. It allows you the ability, so when you have your little leaf on, you can kind of bend it and move it, whereas this is going to be a little bit more sturdy.
This is so cute. I'm just going to continue to do this right now. Oh my gosh, I love this. And you could do this for Thanksgiving and for
it would be so beautiful. Even little
them.
place settings with these in front of it would be adorable.
Oh my gosh, you could use it. That's right. Or for your like forks and knives.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's adorable, Maria. How cute is that? For more information and the downloadable leaf template, make sure to go to hallmarkchannel.com, and you can always visit FromScratchWithMaria.com for really great DIY ideas.